Hi, welcome to Writer's Workshop. We are going to get started by learning about descriptions and descriptive writing. A lot of this is going to focus on adjectives and word choice and explaining our topic. Today, we're going to talk about choosing words, a little bit on our audience. We've talked about audience before. Descriptions are also going to um, see how we can format our descriptions. And then once again, talking about beginning, middle, and end, um, and things like that. So to just get started, because there's no way I could do all that in one day. If you have your Voyages book, I would like you to go to page 286. And I'm going to give us a little intro into descriptive writing using James and the Giant Peach. So, a description includes a beginning that reveals a topic. So, it explains the topic, maybe where we are or what we're talking about. A description gives details in the middle. So, this almost sounds like a summary, but it's going to be more detailed than a summary. The details are given in time order or space order, depending how we format it. A description uses vivid adjectives. So, describing words are going to play a huge role into this. Adverbs, which we haven't talked about a whole lot yet, and sensory words. So you're going to really be pulling in your senses. Are you smelling something? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? All those types of things. And the ending retells the main idea, and it restates the topic or leaves the readers with something to think about. So on page 286, if you'd follow along with me for James and the Giant Peach, by Roald Dahl. This is just an excerpt of his chapter book. The garden lay soft and silver in the moonlight. The grass was wet with dew, and a million dewdrops were sparkling and twinkling like diamonds around his feet. And now, suddenly, the whole place, the whole garden, seemed to be alive with magic. Just close your eyes and think about, when I'm reading this, you should be able to paint a picture as to what is being described to us with the words. So in your head, try to paint a picture using the descriptions that are given to us. Can you picture a garden that with wet from the dew, and it almost looked like there were diamonds on his feet. So maybe the sun is twinkling those dewdrops, and there might be a sense of magic. Let's keep going. Almost without knowing what he was doing, as though drawn by some powerful magnet, James Henry Trotter started walking slowly toward the giant peach. So notice how it didn't say that he was drawn to the object, or wandered over the object. He was drawn to it like a magnet. Magnets instantly connect to one another. He climbed over the fence that surrounded it and stood directly beneath it, staring up at its great bulging sides. So you should be this peach isn't something that you can hold on to your hand. It's so massive. He put out a hand and touched it gently with the tip of one finger. It felt soft and warm and slightly furry, like the skin of a baby mouse. So it compares to another object to make an even more detailed description. He moved a step closer and rubbed his cheek lightly against the soft skin. And then suddenly, while he was doing this, he happened to notice that right beside him and below him, close to the ground, there was the hole in the side of a peach. Okay, let's review. A description includes a beginning that reveals a topic. So in this beginning, it says that explains where he is. It kind of sets the scene. But then that second paragraph, it starts describing the peach, which the emphasis of the story is from. So yes, it has a beginning that reveals the topic. Does it give details? Well, yeah, it doesn't just say there's a giant peach. It said that there had bulging sides and It felt soft and warm and slightly furry. The skin of a baby mouse. Um, there was a hole in the side of the peach. We have vivid adjectives, sensory words. It explained how it felt when he touched it. That's a sense. I really like this last sentence. He happened to notice that right beside him and below him, close to the ground, there was a hole of the side of the peach. With that ending, I'm starting to wonder, well, why is there a hole? Where does it lead to? Maybe there's an animal inside. Is there a giant worm too? So it keeps me, the reader, the audience, involved. Now we're going to skip page 287, sorry, and please join me at page 288. On page 288, we're going to find out that descriptions can be written about a bunch of different things. So a description tells about a person, an animal, a place, or an object. Good descriptions form clear pictures in a reader's mind. Great descriptions tell not only how things look, but also how they might sound, smell, feel, or even taste. I don't just want to know I can see it. What happens when I touch it, or even taste it, or smell it? So now we're going to go a little bit more into detail about how to choose vivid words to make our descriptions more exciting. So choosing words. Choose words carefully. Strong and colorful words make clear pictures in a reader's mind. Pick words that help readers think about sight, smell, touch, taste, and sound. Based on the two descriptions, what words in the description help you see and feel the gift? So example, letter A, the box on the table had silver paper and a red ribbon. Okay, that tells me what it looks like. Or B, the enormous box on the table was covered in shiny, smooth, silvery paper that sparkled in the light. The box was tied with a bright red velvety ribbon. Notice how much, first off, longer that sentence is, but also all the adjectives. We have enormous, smooth, silvery, bright red velvet ribbon, and some adverbs. Shiny, silvery, velvety, sparkled is a verb. Wouldn't you rather have box B than box A? Even if they're the same boxes, I'm more interested about box B just based on the descriptions. Finally, with your audience, think about who is going to be reading your description. Is it going to be your friend, me, a parent, everyone? How many people do you want to be able to read your writing? Thinking about your audience will help you choose words that they will understand. Now to page 289 for another example. Read through activity A numbers 1 and 2. Which description uses strong and colorful words? Tell which words in the description help you imagine the scene. So I want you to pause the video, read numbers 1 and 2, and then come back and see what I found. So for activity A, we have my cat and Tippy's snack. The first one is about someone's cat. It just kind of explains what it does and a little bit about what it looks like. But for the snack, it really explains what Tippy looks like, what she does, her pink nose, her mouth opens, the fly hurries and buzzes away. It's almost the same in length, but it's a little bit more interesting to read. I'm going to show you a resource that we are going to be using to make our writing more interesting, specifically with word choice. When it comes to word choice, you might be thinking like, remember when we talked about said is dead, and I gave you a huge list of words to use instead of said. We're going to do the same way in description writing. We call this a synonym. Can you say that? Synonym. or same. It's a word that means the same. So I know that pretty and beautiful kind of mean the same thing, or large and big. A resource we can use is called a thesaurus. A thesaurus. This is a resource that I like to use every once in a while. So it's already on synonyms in thesaurus. And let's say I want to replace the word nice with something that's a little bit more exciting. So I type in nice, hit enter, and I'm going to get all these different options. So do I want nice to mean likable, agreeable? Or do I want to say nice as in it's neat? Her work is very nice. I'm going to say likable as in I think that person is very nice. I might say that person is very kind. I don't know if I'd use the word okay in this sentence to say that that person is very nice. I think nice is a little bit better than okay. But as you notice, some of them are color coded. The ones that are colored are going to be the most relevant. Then they go in alphabetical order of some other options that might also mean nice. So for activity B, what you're going to do is there are 10 sentences. I want you to replace, meaning find a different word, find a synonym for the underlined word in activity B. So for example, I just did nice. So which one of these words would fit into the sentence in number 1? Originally, it says, what a nice view of the mountains, with an exclamation point. So I really enjoy it. Am I going to say, what a friendly look at the mountains? What a lovely view of the mountains. That sounds pretty good. A superior view of the mountains. And if I click on it, it's going to give me another example of superior. And if I keep going, I'll find more and more synonyms. But I don't want you to do that. I just want you to pick the original ones. Otherwise, you'll be looking for words all day long. Oops. So for nice, I could say, what a superior view of the mountains. What a lovely view of the mountains. So please use this resource. Find some other words that you could replace those underlined words on page 289, activity B, to complete. You just need to write. You don't need to rewrite the entire sentence. You can just write the word that you would replace. So I would put number 1, superior, and that's it. Just make sure that you have your name, the date, the page number, and the activity, and enjoy finding some new vivid words.